Hello, in this video I'm going to show you how to bay park easily, both going forwards and backwards. So let's get the car turned on and let's get going. Bay parking is something many people fear, but it's actually easy and you can learn how to do this within minutes. So I'm going to show you first of all the forwards bay park. All you've got to do is when you're in a car park, first of all start quite wide from the bays whenever possible. If you can't, you can get closer, but it's easier if you're wider to give yourself more room. Now all you've got to do to go forwards is very simply get one of the white lines lined up with about a quarter of the way back from this window. So in this car, it's about there, it's about a third of the way back in this one. It depends if you've got different lengths of window. But I've got this silver door handle thing there, and if I line up a white line like it is now, like that, I line up a white line so it's pointing to the top of that door handle. So this is what I mean by the white line coming down into the silver door handle, the top of the door handle there. So it's almost lined up like that. So that's how it should look. And again, in your car, it may be different, but all you need to do is get it roughly a third of the way along the window there. And when it's lined up with that, and it works on the other side too, again, these bays are not level. You see it's roughly the white line is roughly over there, and then you turn and that's how you go forward. Then all you've got to do is steer all the way and go into the bay, and I'm rolling down the hill with the clutch down. When you're in the bay, straighten the wheel, done. How easy is that? A lot of people overcomplicate this stuff. It's easy, and going backwards it's not really any harder. So all I'm going to do is come back, and this time what I'm going to do is line up the white line in a slightly different place. So I'll simply get it halfway along this window. So I'm going to move out to be wider. It's easier again if you're wider. I'll get it about there. For me, it's where the plastic meets the fabric on this door. This is what I mean by the white line being halfway along the window. See if I zoom back a bit. It's about halfway along the window, and it's above where the plastic and the fabric meet. It's quite hard to see this on a camera, but in real life you can see there. See, it's about there. And on the other side it's the same. It doesn't look it here because the bays are not opposite to each other, but the white line is kind of lined up with that. So that's all you do. And it will be different in your car, but all you've got to do is just see where it's about halfway down the line there, halfway down the window. That's where you get lined up, and it will always be roughly the same in any vehicle. So you can just find your own reference points. Some people like to put a sticker on the window or put a little mark with a bit of pen or something. But you will only need this method to begin with, and you'll soon get used to doing it without even using this method, as with all driving. So that is lined up with a line about there. And also in the rear window here, that line is lined up with a silver door handle at the back. Now again, this will be different in different cars, but it's always going to be roughly a third of the way down the window for the first one. I'll set a quarter, but a third's probably better. So a third of the way down the window to go forwards, and about halfway along this window to go back. So we'll go to reverse. These are things I've covered in other videos, but as soon as you come back, steer right all the way, checking all around, and if you've done it well, you'll just avoid clipping the white line here. Doesn't matter if you do. This is for the sake of the driving test, but I can see I'm going into the bays. When I'm parallel, when that line's lined up with the door, you just straighten the wheel 1.5 times and you go back. And that's it. It really is that simple. A lot of people really make this sound so complicated. You know, there's one guy who teaches around here. Now, this makes me laugh every time I see it. He's actually got a drone in the boot of his car, and every time he teaches bay parking, he flies a drone over the car, and you can see him sitting in the car holding a phone saying to people, look, that turn left, turn right, turn left, I'm just going to move the drone. And he gets his joysticks moving the drone around. What are you doing? Don't overcomplicate things. If you want to go forwards, you line it up about a third of the way down the window. I'll show you another one. I'm doing them this way because you won't see out that window so well. So I'll go forwards here, and I shall come back a bit simply because I'm kind of running out of bays. So I'll come backwards, get about there, and again get the white line over this silver door handle part, the bow there, simply turn all the way to the right and you're in the bay. Now if there's a car there, yes, you would hear that car. We're not doing that on this. That's what we do on the test. We don't do it next to the cars. If that was the case, you wouldn't go in forwards. It's much better to reverse into a bay anyway. So I'm not going to do a reverse. And this car park is really quiet, by the way. That's why I came here. When you do the reverse one, something you need to know is that you will go 3 bays back. So with the forwards one, I had the line there, and you'll go into that bay. So if the line's here, you'll get that bay, the next bay. With the reverse one, I'm going to come back and just see if you can tell where the line should be. I won't do this one, I'll do the next one. So on the next one, where should I stop? When do you think I'll be stopping? It's about there, so it's lined up, the plastic and the fabric, and if it's different in your car, it doesn't matter, it's about halfway down the window. And in this one, you'll go 3 bays back. This is number 1, 2, 3. It's one that's got a couple of like leaves or branches, whatever in it. So again, turn my pedals, turn the wheel all the way. Checking around is the main thing people fail on. Because you mustn't go forward looking in the mirror like this. You must be checking all around. When you're straight, this is what loads of people do wrong. See if you can spot what I do wrong here. Everyone does this, so pretty much everyone you ever teach. They thin the wheel straight because it looks straight. Remember, it goes more than that. You turned it 1 1/4 in this car, so it goes back 1 1/4. You come back. Easy. Job done. Now yes, there are other methods which I may cover in other videos, but that is how you bay park. It's very simple actually, very easy. For forwards, get the line 1/3 of the way down the window there. For backwards, get it halfway down, turn the wheel all the way. Job done, you're in the bay. So check out my other videos for more help with your driving lessons and driving tests. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll see you again soon for more videos.